So to answer your question, pre 25, no, I did not really care, and I did have multiple women at all times, and the process was, now this is out to top point. I do realize that was a thing that could happen with them getting involved emotionally and busting windows and all that stuff out. So I created parameters for myself to operate in where I didn't leave women on, where I kept it extremely brief, so it wasn't a connection created that they could feel a way about me not talking to them ever again or any of those things. I operated in a way where I would not have to run into crazy women by pretending to like them to get some sex, because I was pretending not pretending, but I enjoyed the vibe in that moment, not pretending that I wanted a long-term relationship with them, and it worked. And I would venture to say the more women, and this is reality, you don't have to like this, and it can sound crazy to y'all, but it's the truth. The more women that you're entertaining and they see you publicly, the more women you get.
Look, what I don't understand is when I'm gonna keep saying stuff like this, and I know it's probably wrong to say because it breaks the mold. Why, when we're on panels, people tend to try to say the correct things? It's like being dishonest, because every time we talk about women have nothing but good stuff to say about women, defending women. We talk bad about women, and people, oh, women, you don't understand, because women just defending. But when y'all want to be honest about women is when y'all try to discourage us from dealing with multiple women. Oh, women crazy. You bringing all this potential problems into your life. So, okay, are women crazy or are they not crazy?
No, I didn't want to give off that perception. It's just that this is the first time I'm hearing anything like this, which is why, if you notice, all of the time that I've spoken, it's majority been just questions rather than factual statements.
Crazy? Are women crazy?
I'm doing that. Not the first time I've heard. This is not the first time I've heard of things like this. How they are
women crazy, guys? Y'all,
yes.
So the next time we up here and it seems like we're bashing women,
that's the delusional part. That's the delusional part you guys are talking about, where we should have good discernment and we should be trying to weed out them as well, because we know they are like this.
No, I'm talking about something.
We know they're gonna date however many they have on their roster. So if we can pick up things. We have intuition. Women have great intuition.
Yeah, but I'm talking about something totally like unrelated right now. I'm saying the next time there's a panel of men and they're talking what appears to be reckless about women, y'all should stop defending it if y'all believe women are crazy.
Who is y'all, Will? First of all.
Oh, come on. Oh, shit.
No, Ty don't do that.
I don't feel like all women.
I'm not talking about the four of you per se. I'm saying y'all hear women come to the defense of women all the time. Mm-hmm. Whenever we're talking about
women who check women when they come to the defense and they know that they're wrong. So I don't know.
Are you not seeing the world through the same lens as I see the world? Like where all these women we get into these arguments, men and women.
All we can do is, when we have platforms like this, is to call out the women that do that. I can't control a woman I don't know from wherever. All I can do is impact the circle that I have around me.
Right, and also, you're not. Go ahead, sorry.
But I disagree with your point. And it didn't just come out. Yes, women are crazy. It was like I had to ask the question 3 times.
No, I don't. But I didn't really. I didn't get a chance to answer. I don't think all women are crazy. I think that people have the ability to get crazy. I don't think that every single woman is crazy. They have the ability to get crazy just as much as men do. But I don't think that all women are crazy. I think that it's 2 different groups, right? When you're talking to, I'm sure the lady that you guys showed on the other panel, right? She reacted completely differently than all of the ladies on here. Yes, we may not have agreed with what you gentlemen have said, but not one time did we combat you on what it was that was said. We future asked questions. So the reactions you're going to get from this panel with these ladies are going to be different than the reactions you might get from another lady that might fit that stereotype.
Yeah, no, I understand that. And all I'm saying is this: when women, when they talk, like, because when we have these conversations, right, these are the battle of the sexes conversations that we be having, right? And when guys are talking about women, women are just like guard up defense mode, right? And it's just like, oh, it's always something a guy did to make a woman do something heinous. It's never the woman is just a bad person or unhinged, right? And then the reverse is also true. They still are be delusional, right? So when guys are always considered controlling and abusive, like every time a woman breaks up with a guy, she's like, oh, he was controlling, he was abusive. But yet those women will still go talk to other men. Don't y'all think that if a man broke up with you and he's controlling and abusive, just because the relationship is over, it's not over in his eyes? So if you're with another guy, wouldn't you be afraid to go deal with somebody else for fear of him overreacting or doing something crazy? But they prove time and time again that
This
man
sounds so personal. Like this is a situation that you've been through or something. Because
I get what you're saying though, Will. I mean, I understand what you're saying. For you guys, it feels like every time you guys share an experience or every time you guys share something of what the majority that you guys feel men experience, women always have to be on the back end saying something. But then when it comes to what women do, you feel that we don't hold each other accountable. I get what you're saying. And I think that, at the end of the day, my question to you would be, when you guys are having these discussions, how would you guys like us to respond? Honestly, like if you're saying, like you said, do you think all women are crazy? And I'm like, no, I just think that you have the possibility of getting crazy. But what kind of reaction are you looking for when you guys are saying? Because sometimes men go on panels and say some heinous stuff, and I'm like, yo, like that's not everybody. But I digress. How would you say?
What is the most heinous thing? What is the most heinous thing you heard men come on a panel and say about women in general?
That women are not. I've literally heard someone say that women are nothing but CUM buckets, and that it's better to just not even deal with it altogether and be a passport bro and go and just have multiple women. I've heard that American women are horrible women, that we're not up to par to what the expectation is. Today's women are just basically nasty. I've heard a lot of crazy stuff, especially geared towards Black women mostly.
All right, so if I could paraphrase that for a little bit, right? Because I know you said cum buckets, but do you mean when they say that women are just for pumping and dumping?
Really funny. You needed to do that.
Yeah, because I need to make sure that so I can make sure I understand, because I don't think they necessarily saying that they come dumpsters, at least not that vulgarly.
No, they saying it.
Yeah. So listen, Craig, I heard you say that men can, get women crazy or whatever, but crazy isn't a type of thing that like comes and goes. Certain things that could trigger it, right? Let's just say you're asthmatic, and then I take you into the room with like cats and dust. You're probably gonna be like, what the hell? But you were always asthmatic, right? There's no woman who could make me crazy, right? There's women that could make me leave, right? Or say to hell with you, but no one can make me crazy. You have to be inherently crazy already. So that's the point when even what we're saying. So it's almost like this pushback, like when Will said, are women crazy? It's saying, well, you're still putting the onus on men by saying men can get them to the point where they're crazy, whereas that's not how it really go.
So I disagree with both y'all point on that, because I think that it's 100% on us when we make them crazy, because if it's back to the like disrespect conversation. If you're a respectful person and someone comes and disrespects you, did they make you disrespectful when you respond? It's a cause and effect relationship that occurs. And when I was talking about all of the women I was sleeping with when I was younger, I avoided the crazy scenarios because I understood the parameters that turned them crazy. I can understand how the experience men have could be that all women are crazy, but they also may not understand how to avoid the traps that put you in that box. And one of those traps is lying. If you consistently lying and pump faking, then you can turn somebody crazy, because they turn around and say, damn, I gave him sex thinking it was going to be something, and he pretended like he wanted a relationship or pretended like he liked me. And then once he hit, then he started acting how he really felt about me. Mm-hmm. That's gonna create a problem in somebody.
Now we're not suggesting that men do that. Hold on. You comparing an action to a condition. That's a bad example. You can't. That's two different things.